Indeed you were. So that door was locked by whoever had the key. I forget.
I opened it again.
Yeah, so you open the door again and push the locked door closed. Sorry, open. In which you see a corridor leading roughly northeast with 3 doors in it to the left and right, and then a door at the very end, which seems to be open, and head into another circular room.
I suppose we'll head for that one because we'll need to get to the entry, I believe.
Indeed. So you step into the corridor and you see doors to the left and right. Doors to the left of you, jokers to the right. 2 on your right, 1 on your left as you're in the main corridor. The sounds of the tin men still continue outside, making an awful racket in the sound of that drum that they listen to.
Could you push them up again, Rich?
Certainly could. Sorry, I forgot I did not push them up. Do-do-do-do-do.
There you go.
So, you have arrived in the corridor. Can you all see the corridor?
Yes, go down the corridor.
All the way looking for a pin.
You are.
Be in a bedroom or main sitting room?
Yeah.
Right. Moths cluster around a lantern that hangs from the ceiling in the middle of the hallway, casting flitting shadows on the walls. The hall contains 3 sliding doors along the walls, and a heavier hinged door stands at the opposite end, which now stands open as all of the tin men have gone charging out.
Oh, go to the nearest door and slide it open.
Which one? The one on the left or the one on the right?
The left one. That one. I'm sliding it open.
You slide it open, and inside you see what apparently is a large storage room containing boxes, crates, junk lying about, and other mundane bric-a-brac. Standing in the middle of the room, completely still, is a blue-skinned small girl holding a large red lollipop and
Close the fucking door!
wearing a bloody snouted pig mask. She stands, her arms loll down by her sides, but holding the lollipop. Her head lolls off to the left, and it moves. It just stares straight ahead.
That's sow. What you call her?
Sow pig, something like that.
Yeah. Ideas. Because my ideas.
A swarm of moths flies out from the room and flutters around you all as you are surrounded by dancing lights.
Ooh, yeah.
Literally flapping in your face, in your hair, everything.
Oh, I'm keeping these.
You'd freak out in real life if that happens.
Would he?
Oh, he hates moths.
Fucking hate moths.
She stands looking at the door, her head lolling to one side, unmoving, unblinking.
Well, I think we should continue on.
Okay. You are ignoring the other 2 sliding doors there, Sheila, and heading up to...
No. I think we should open those. I think this is where she keeps our baddies.
Right, so you push the nearest door to the side. It silently slides with a creak. And inside you see a similar room to the one containing Sowpig. However, it seems to be much smaller in size, perhaps half the size of the other one. There are boxes, bric-a-brac everywhere.
Have a quick shifty through the box.
Right, it's going to take... around 15 minutes to search the
We haven't got
room.
the time though, really. We don't know how long those tin men will be occupied for.
That is true.
Sure, look, as a point.
That's why I usually wear a hat.
So, what do you want to do? Rush ahead while Earl is opening doors?
Yeah, unless you want me to rush ahead and use open doors.
So the door at the other end of the corridor is not locked, and it's quite easy to see inside. The room has 3 doors and a wood-carved staircase that ascends to a higher level. The walls are a dense tangle of tree roots and brambles, nestled among which are 5 animated portraits, one of a svelte dark-haired woman and the others depicting hags.
Do we recognise one of the hag pictures?
You recognise 2 of the hag pictures. They appear to be the 2 hags that you have previously met. However, there's a large picture of a hag. And that one is truly ancient and terrifying. There's a toadish hag, which you recognise as Bravlona. A skeletal hag wearing a black theatrical contraption resembling a dress. A hag with a wind-up key in her back that you recognise as Scabatha. And a truly ancient and terrifying hag. And then this is the portrait of the dark-haired woman.
Ooh.
What's your bet? That's the builder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's whip them all.
How do you get the feeling that this is sort of like Cinderella and the evil witches? Like sister, sorry. They're like witch, but she's a nice looking one.
Well, I suppose we'll cut out the picture of the one with the key in the back, roll it up and shove it into brick with what do
Right.
you call it?
Okay, in that case, Sherlock, what I need from you is a DC 15 Destitution saving throw. Success. Okay, only just though. So as you reach for the portrait, you notice that the vines that surround the portraits around the outside of the walls are topped with razor-sharp rose-like thorns. And you swear that as you reach up with your knife to cut the portrait out, that it's actually tried to move to stab you with one of its thorns, but you deftly cut the picture free and step back, eyeing the thorns warily. But you have the picture. Which picture are you taking? The picture of Bavlona? Yeah.
No, Granny, what do you call it, Nightshade? Yeah, the one with the key in the back.
Yes.
That's
Is
the
that
one.
one-
That's the one that Bavlona wanted, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Right.
So you cut that out and you roll it up and stuff it in your bag. And eyeing the thorns warily, you now have a staircase or 2 doors.
Oh, let's go through one of the doors.
I think the one straight ahead.
The one straight ahead, you also have a staircase as you've stepped into the room with the weird ass portraits, ignoring the small girl with the blue skin. So you should all be able to see your options now. I have a staircase up and 2 doors.
Oh, let's look through this door first. I'll go over there and look through the door.
Which door first?
Top
That
right.
door. The door is locked when you try the handle.
Dobbsy, could you? And I'll do this one.
I'll unlock it.
Oh, yeah, you got okay.
Yeah, Sherlock, you step forward and unlock the door. The door swings open, and inside you see a squalid kitchen carved out of the trunk of a fallen oak. A large clay oven sits in the middle of the room, surrounded by crowded shelves laden with forest fungi, jars of pickled grubs, animal skulls, and mouldy cookbooks. Sickly sweet vapours emerge from a cauldron that rests atop the oven. A young human girl shackled to a work table is hard at work peeling potatoes, and set into the floor nearby is a padlocked iron grate through which you hear a gruff male voice say, "Are those potatoes I smell?"
Should we be the goodies?
Yeah. Of course, we're the good guys, we are.
Lead on.
She looks like she could do with rescuing.
I'll try the key, see if any fit that unlocks the lass's chains.
Apparently not. It seems to be just the dog. She recoils a little as you approach her. She looks to be about 9 years old. Hiya, what are you doing?
It's all right, Treacle. He's a goodie.
Granny's gone. We're releasing all the kids.
Oh, thank God. I've escaped twice, so the old bat, she chained me in here. But she won't hurt us, like, because of what the protection is on the kiddies.
Protection?
Do tell.
Yeah, Sibylla, she decreed that no children will be harmed in the realm of Prismere, so if anybody tries to actually hurt a kiddie, we just disappear in a mote of light and flow off on the wind. I mean, I don't know where we go, but it stopped the old bat hurting us, didn't it?
You wouldn't happen to know where a bedroom is, would you?
The old bat's bedroom is through the door there. She indicates the door to the north. Earl, you've gone over to the other door. Are you doing this while?
Yeah.
Right,
I'll
you
turn
try that
round.
one that is also locked.
This one's locked as well.
Mishka. Oh, poor Mishka. You know when you're not a very important NPC? Do you know how you know when you're not a very important NPC? Because you don't have a picture, you just have a letter for your name.
Ooh. Who's in now?
I'll have a look down the grate. The grate, I mean.
That's a good question. Who is down the grate? You peer down and it appears to lead down into a small 5 foot deep, 5 foot wide cell built in the kitchen floor. The walls appear to be made of clear bricks held together with mortar.
I ask Minchie if she knows who's down that hole.
She says, it's a little dwarf fella called Elkhorn. He's, Granny took a dislike to him and she chucked him down the hole. We get to feel him potato scraps and carrot peelings.
I tried the keys on the padlock for the grate.
The key on the padlock does indeed work on the grate.
I'll ask Minchie, do you think it'll be okay if I let him out?
Yeah, I would. Do you want me to have a word?
So what does she say then?
Yeah, Granny put me in there because he opposed her. There's a loud roar in a Brian Blessed sort of where this dwarf soaking wet because he's been kept in 3 feet of water appears
I'll let him out then.
at the top of the grate. Fine fellows, it's wonderful to see you. That horrible old bitch had me locked in there for God knows how long.
I wonder if you could, we've helped you. Can you help us? We're
Of
looking
course.
for lost parts of our souls that were stolen when we were in the Witchlight Carnival.
100%. Valor's call never turns away from aiding the needy.
Oh, you're one of them.
Well, maybe, he says. He sort of raises one bushy eyebrow.
We bumped into a fella that you knew, a thiefy bloke with a stabber called Zarek.
He says, Zarek. He says, hold on a minute, I'm not actually supposed to be red, I'm only supposed to be yellow. That foul assassin, his crew, the League of Malevolence, they send him out to do the dirty jobs. This guy is like way over the top. If you imagine what a second edition Lawful Good Paladin was like, he seems to be like that crossed with Brian Blessed. Brian Blessed? I am Elkhorn.
Well, one of our friends killed him.
I'll try not to look at the blood. Oh, did I send you my new one? Hang on.
You did not.
Just nobody say to him, Zarek's alive.
Well, it's never good to see people die, but he was a thoroughly evil and irredeemable soul. His master must have sent him on a mission of great import.
Yes, it was to kill this unicorn.
That figures. The League of Valor were heading up to their Palace of Heart's Desire to confront the League of Malevolence. Stronghorn wants a final showdown with Warduke, don't you know?
We want to bring Salvina back.
Sibylna, the most wonderful of all fairy princesses. Dobbsy, are you attempting to pick the lock on this door?
I can do.
It's a DC 18 Thieves' Tools. It seems to be quite...
Formidable.
It has the serious looking kind of lock on, the kind of lock that people only put on when they want something to stay locked.
I've sent you it, Rich. I got him to change it to where I'd smashed me hat in from headbutting that bloke to death.
Cool.
I'll go and give Dobbsy the key rings. Try one of these.
Yeah, so Elkhorn has pulled himself out of this stinking sewer and he's soaked up to the chest and bits of rotten potato peel him in his beard. He says, alas, I do not have my equipment, but I will gladly pledge my aid to you until I can get back to the League of Malevolence. You might want to Google Elkhorn and Warduke. So, the door opens. Creaking softly, a rocking horse moves back and forth near the door. Peeling paint covers its limbs and its rocker is thick with moss. A rictus grin painted on its face. Near a protruding root is a painted wooden box 3 feet in the side. A crank protrudes from one side of it, causing it to resemble an oversized jack in the box. This door seems to be outside, however, the roots are cut off from the rest of the garden. There you go, Nutmeg.
Well, right, okay. I'm going to go and wind the jack in the box because I'm an idiot.
Right, you step forward, and as you approach the box, you notice that there's a small depression on the forehead of the rocking horse.
Oh!
Put the horn in.
I'll stick me horn in it. I'll unscrew me horn from me head. It's still covered in blood and snot and stuff, and I'll screw it into the thing.
So you place the horn against the depression in the rotten horse, and it sticks there as almost as if it was glue, and then like little dancing magical lights emanate out from the unicorn horn and slowly spread down the length of the rotten horse, and then there's a pop, and standing before you is a wonderful unicorn.
All right, mate.
Thank you.
That's all right. Yeah, we've been talking to your missus.
It's he sort of stretches and then he stops himself as he's kind of bobbing backwards and forwards. Hold on. He rolls his eyes. Sorry about that. It's just getting used to having 4 legs again instead of 2 rockers.
I suppose it starts a bit of a habit.
It is. I am in your debt for releasing me.
Oh, that's all right, mate.
He doesn't look too angry, does he?
No.
Can I polish the blood off his horn? I like lean over and I...
Oh, I didn't get to show you the picture of the rocking horse.
Oh, if you saw the picture I've sent you, the horn's in a bit of a mess.
So you're sure he's not angry then?
No, he's not angry. He seems...
Because I thought he's off his rocker now.
Oh, Davey.
You will also notice that everybody's getting inspiration refreshed as soon as the game starts. Nobody's been using it, however.
He's not off his rocker.
That's why.
He's not off his rocker anymore. He's got the horn.
He attempts to poke you with his horn, Dobbsy and Nutmeg.
Hang on a minute.
Please, it's the least I can do.
Oh, Feel free.
He pokes you with his nutmeg, and there's more of this flash of magic, and your wounds magically close.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, I'm sorry about the blood. I headbutted a bloke who was trying to kill your missus, and I got a bit carried away.
Ah,
I fucked him right up.
that is okay. I'm fine with that. Do not worry. But where is Isladon? There he is. Bizarrely, not an encounter, just a stat block. So Isladon says, hang on, I'm also not red to you. Honest Gov. He is friendly as this great, magnificent horse stands before you. I intend to honour the rules of reciprocity, and I will do anything I can to aid you before I return to my love at the lake.
Oh,
What happened? I don't remember. I remember the three sisters turned up and began chanting, and then I was trapped inside the wooden horse.
Well, they overthrew Savina, and the three lands are turning to shit, basically, because those hags are in charge now.
We need to address this at the earliest opportunity.
Yeah, we should address him with a big fucking hammer.
I need to find my part of my soul as well.
So Elkon steps forward and says, you have my axe. Well, if I had an axe, you could have it. Mishka, good child. Thank you for slipping me the extra scraps. I know that you put yourself in danger. And he grasps hold of the chains, and with a mighty heave, his muscles flex, and he snaps the chains in two, releasing Mishka.
Nice flex, mate.
Well then, friends, whence do we go? To deal with the League of Malevolence, perhaps?
Yeah.
Well,
where?
Actually, we've got to get this picture back to Granny Nightshade, otherwise I'm up the shitter because of the deal we've done.
He frowns at this. It's never a wise course to deal with the hags here.
And I need to find that part of my soul that's missing. I think one of others wants as well, somewhere around here.
Indeed. Mishka says, well, through that door's Nanny's study. I was the only one allowed through because I was a maid, and the door to the north is the study. The door to the east leads to the red cap patch where the mushrooms grow. And if you go in the door to the north, there's some stairs leading up, and they'll go to Nanny's bedroom. Nanny's most prized possession was her dollhouse.
Is it flammable?
Elidon comes to the door and stands before you, Tracy, a magnificent male unicorn. You can tell because he's got the dangly bit. And
stroke his back and pat him and say, says, nice to meet you, acquaintance.
Please step forward as he attempts to brush his horn against his unicorn horn against you.
Ooh, it's a bit early for that tonight, isn't it?
As he does, magical energy flows into you, healing you of all of your wounds.
Oh, thank you. You're so kind.
Is there anything else that I can do to aid you fellows before I return to the pool?
Well, if you could heal me as well, please.
Yeah, my
of course.
Other companion
as well.
Injured as well.
Yeah, so you all are healed. Elkon steps forward and breathes a sigh and says, magnificent! And is that the missing horn? And Aladon says yes, and he says, and he looks concerned. He says, the League of Malevolence were looking for a unicorn horn to undo the stasis that Zybilna was put in.
Well, what would they want to do that for? I didn't think they liked her.
Well, Kellic never does anything unless it's to benefit Kellic. So I assume that he's trying to steal her power or steal her riches or something. Either way, the Fae will need a unicorn horn.
I had one of them. I used it.
Elidon says, you need a unicorn horn to undo the evil that's befallen Prismere?
Sounds like it.
I trust you. You probably know that unicorns' horns don't regrow, but trust you to return it to me, small one. And as he does, he raises up and then strikes his horn against the floor. And with a loud snap, the tip of the unicorn horn breaks off and lies on the floor before you. He nuzzles it towards you with his
I'll pick it up and screw it back into place on my helmet. Don't worry, mate. I'll use it nicely.
Does that mean he's now a horsey?
We prefer to call ourselves prior unicorns, actually.
Is he injured now?
He's not injured now, but he seemed to be working his magic through his horn.
All right, it's been one of them days.
Yes, let's get the giggles out of the way. I will return to my love, and perhaps when you're done with it, you will return it to me. Elkhorn bows deeply so that his potato-crusted beard brushes the floor. I'm having trouble moving Sherlock. I don't know why. So, good fucks. Aladon says, I bid you farewell, and good luck against this League of Malevolence.
Thanks, mate.
And with a magnificent whinny and rising up on his rear legs, he gallops off to head back towards the wayward pool.
Oh, I know what I want to be when I grow up.
Oh, no.
So you stand at the end. What about Mishka, now that she's been freed by Elkhorn?
Ask him if he can escort her out of the village.
Of course I can. You want Elkhorn to go with her?
Or unless he wants to come with us.
No, he's happy to escort the young child.
Right.
Well, he salutes, and a small bit of carrot peel falls out of his beard and lands on his foot. And he says, perhaps we will see you again once I reunite with the League of Valor.
Bloody hope so.
And with the salute, him and Mishka head out of the southwest door. Mishka says, and by that time, I might even have a graphic, not just a capital letter. So you stand before the oven, which is red hot. And there's a door to the north and a door to the east.
Shit.
Can I have a listen at the door to the north?
Of course you can. You press your equestrian ear to the door to the north. I don't believe you hear anything. Let me check. No, there is nothing that you hear on the other side of the room.
Let's get this door opened then.
Right, this door has is not locked, so the handle turns easily and pops open, and it appears you're inside some kind of private library or study room. Staircase runs along the wall of the circular room and climbs to the upper level. Tucked behind the curtains of moss and ivy are numerous bookshelves bearing ancient tomes, and built into one of the bookcases is a tall oval mirror in a wooden frame. Flickering candlelight emanates from the eye sockets of a human skull resting on an open roll-top desk.
Now we've got the pen, shouldn't we be thinking of getting the feck out of here?
Need to find our souls.
And we should cause a lot louder trouble.
Does it look like a normal mirror, or is it ornate?
It's ornate and therefore evil. But it's just appears to be a normal mirror. When you move into the room and look into it, you see your reflection.
Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's that ugly bastard?
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's got the biggest horse danglies of them all?
That unicorn. It's all right. Didn't the mirrors in the Witchlight Carnival look normal until we said that rhyme thing? Or am I misremembering that?
No, that's true. It did look perfectly normal.
Because I was just wondering how Sowpig got here so quick.
Yeah, she did go through a mirror. Well, Pierre to go through a mirror.
Aye, and I wonder if it was this one.
But shouldn't we get the other parts of people's souls first?
Aye.
Yes, it's Ilvana and Dobsy. And it's Sherlock and Britwick that know that there's something, part of your soul is here, somewhere in thither.
I reckon their dollhouse.
Do you feel like, do you get any sort of like tinglies when you get close to it?
Ilvana didn't, neither did Dobsy.
I wonder if it's in one of these books. Mind if it's a goldfish. I am not eating a goldfish.
I would.
So you stand on the threshold, you're peering into this library, you haven't actually stepped forth yet.
I'll step into the library.
So you go in the library, and it's as I've described. You see the staircase leading up.
I'll go with them.
And you...
I think we should check a bedroom first, because I've got the feeling that it's probably that dollhouse the last mentioned. Something I should like to play with.
Aye, you've probably got a point there.
So has Nutmeg.
So yeah, you can see there, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 large bookshelves that hang down behind the ivy, and then there's the stairs that lead upwards.
How many books are roughly in the room?
Perhaps hundreds.
I'm going to peer up these stairs.
Do these ivies look like they got stingers on them?
They don't. They look like just normal ivy acting as a curtain.
Well, I'm going upstairs.
Yeah, I'm heading up.
So Sherlock and Elvana and Nutmeg head up the stairs.
I'll go with you, look.
And you arrive in what looks like a really creepy horror story bedroom. Almost everything about the bedroom is orderly, from the bed with the patchwork quilt to the ornamental pigs arranged in neat row on the dresser. Such tidiness is at odds, however, with the decaying dollhouse sitting on the bedside table. This 3-foot-tall edifice has seen better days and now besmirched by paling paint, mould and rot. Behind the dollhouse by the window, moths flutter inside a large bell jar, facing one another along the outer wall are a pair of doors, and next to the door closet to the staircase is a wooden rotten cradle with a neatly folded blanket in it. And next to the bed, there's a bowl of goldfish.
Cover the goldfish with a cover.
So you pop a cover on the poor goldfish.
We'd better have a look at this doll's house. I've got a nasty feeling she looks right.
Or that.
Right, the dollhouse is fully enclosed rather than being open at the back like a normal dollhouse. The furniture and the front door seems to be perfectly scaled, however, and peering in through the window, everything seems to be absolutely perfectly sculpted. Once you have a look, you realise that the roof is hinged like the roof of a toy box.
I'll open the roof.
Right, you move to open the roof and you get your fingers under it and you begin to heave. It doesn't move, so you really put your back into it, muscles bulging, but the roof does not move.
I touched the dollhouse.
You touch the dollhouse. It explodes in a fiery explosion, scattering iron ball bearings and gunpowder all throughout the room. No, I'm just kidding. It feels like a dollhouse.
I'll knock on the front door of it.
Right, you knock upon the door and nothing seems to happen. You can see inside there are tiny little peg dolly figures scattered throughout the dollhouse, but the windows and doors are too small to get your fingers in.
I got an idea. I cast knock on the roof of the doll's house.
You cast knock and there's a loud gonging noise, and then with a whoosh of outgoing magic, the top of the dollhouse flips up.
I'll have a look in.
Does any of these figures look like a halfling child?
Yes.
I pick it up.
What about a harrigan?
There's a little peg figure of a harrigan, his little white ears sticking up. You pick the dolly up, and as you do, Sherlock, you're surrounded by that golden sparkly light that seems to surround every magical effect. It's almost as if they say Acme Fairy Magic, and your soul is restored.
Do any of these figures look like that mime artist in Witchlight Carnival?
No, none of them do. Britwick, you reach in and grab hold of the small harrigan, and a similar effect covers you in sparkles, and you feel your luck return. Sherlock, you feel your manners return, and you all get an extra point of inspiration, so you now have 2.
I'm going to make a point of using some this time.
I'm not looking for me because there's nothing wrong with me.
You would know that it was there, and it's not, I'm afraid.
All right, there's nothing wrong with us.
Right, but also in the attic of this, when you've picked up the little peg dollies, peering inside like a giant eye as you press it to the dollhouse. There seems to be a tiny pair of embroidered velvet slippers, a false eye made of solid gold, and a cracked hand mirror that's set up as a dolly's mirror, with a gaudy bejeweled handle and frame.
I'll pick up the eye.
Does it smell magic?
None of it smells magical, Earl. But you pick the eye up, and it seems to be made of solid gold.
Blimey.
What? Blimey. Right, I'm going to dump it in the party sheet for you, Andy.
Be careful with that. I think it fires a laser from outer space.
I would not be in the least bit surprised.
It's a golden eye.
Oh, God.
Oh, I'm going to take 2 points of inspiration away from you.
I think we need to get out of this place and get back to, is it
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, there are 2 doors to the left and to the right. Well, more to the northeast and southwest, I guess.
Are we taking the velvet slippers and the hand mirror?
They're not magical, Earl has checked. However, Earl, the whole dollhouse radiates quite strong magic.
Don't matter. No sense leaving them behind. You never know.
Plus, people seem to be asking stuff in trade.
Well, there is that.
You never have any good stuff. Earl just keeps giving them tat.
Right, I get out the wand of secrets and I stand in the middle of the room and I wave it about, see if there's any secret doors.
There are no secret doors in the room.
Just think she'd be pissed off if we took the whole dollhouse room.
Would it fit in his bag of holding?
You'd never get it through the hole at the top. Otherwise, I was thinking of that.
Apparently, I checked on it for a different party, and apparently it said 2 foot diameter.
Yeah, you can get quite a lot into in like, a circle 2 feet wide.
What you know what you need, Andy? You need a 100-foot long ladder that you feed in, and then you just put your bag at the bottom of a large castle, and then just feed it out like a gag at this ladder that just keeps coming out and out.
Oh, that would be so cool.
So you've recovered your bits of soul, well, apart from nutmeg. Basically, when you make a roll, you can say, I want to use a piece of inspiration, and you get advantage on the roll. You automatically get the 2 refreshed at the beginning of every time you log on at the game session.
Well, I'll try the north door.
Right, you pop the north door open, and it seems to be a closet. There's lots of cardies in there, but it doesn't look like anything of value, just our clothes and our nighties.
And I'll check the southern door.
However, popping the southern door reveals the door is closed but not locked. Old empty birdhouses are nailed to the walls of this cramped room, and a dozen bird cages hang from the ceiling. The cages are filled with tiny clockwork sparrows. As the birds' gaze turn, the air thrums with rhythmic ticking. Paper and quills are heaped on a small writing desk under the cages. A pair of open windows overlook the forest beyond. Carved into the wall above one window is the word hither, and the other is the word yon.
Oh, it's the message centre.
There's also a chair and a writing desk.
I'm going to write some messages.
Aye, well, before you do that, Nutmeg, can we shovel all the spadges into the bag of holding? Because she's going to be buggered when she comes back and finds she's got nice stamps left to send messages with.
Oh, good idea.
If there's any bits of paper that's just wrote, like a pad, see if there's any messages that's just wrote on, that we can...
Indeed there is. The writing desk has 3 letters on it. 2 from Bavlorna and 1 from Endelin. One of them reads, Sister, I don't have Eladon's horn. If I did, I would use it to free Bloodybeak and send it after the damned Jabberwock that lairs in the palace and hunts in your forest. No matter what Endelin says, that burbling beast of a dragon is a threat to our coven and the 3 realms. How the Billiner managed to befriend it, I'll never know. Maybe we should ask her. Ha ha ha. Much love, Lorna. The second one reads, Lovely Scab, the last time I saw the unicorn horn, it was in your possession. It's a pity you lost it, but fret not. I have gazed into the orrery of tragedies, and it is revealed to me that Eladon's horn will be found. If the worst comes to the worst, recall that Eladon's mate still dwells in your forest. You could kill Lamorna and take her horn, assuming, of course, you're not too busy making toys. Your darling sister, End. And the third reads, Dear sister, there's no use asking Endelin if she has the horn. She doesn't tell us anything. But if we don't find it soon, I fear what the Jabberwock will do after it gets tired of prowling the forest and turns its fiery gaze elsewhere. God's bodkins, that thing gives me nightmares. Must I remind you that we need a unicorn's horn to free creatures from the cauldron's time-freezing magic. It's not enough to know their true names, Of course, my greater concern is that someone else finds the horn and uses it for exactly that purpose. What do you think Zybilna will do to us, we treacherous 3, if she is no longer bound by her cauldron's magic? Your loved sister, Lorna.
We'll go find the cauldron, use the horn, free Zybilna, and deal with the hags.
So apparently you can send things using the mechanical sparrows.
I'll send the painting to Granny Nightshade. Can I do that?
Of course you can do that, Dave.
What?
Of course you can do that. And the mechanical sparrows have got such cute little graphics.
I remember what she said. Do I have to return it personally, or does she have to get it?
No. Well, you could write, there's a mechanical sparrow, look. He's so cute.
I write a letter. Here's a painting, or deal's done. And send it to Granny.
Which window do you bung it through?
Which one is she in?
Well, there's one marked hither and one marked yon.
And it's hither that we were in.
Because we haven't been to yon yet.
I send it to hither. Write the address at Granny Nightshade hither and give it to the sparrow and put it through the hither window.
Right, you look at the sparrow and the 3 sparrows that are in there have their names inscribed upon their chest on tiny little brass plates. There is Glyph, Pim, and Zui. It sort of tick, 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 clockwork ticks, puts its head to one side.
I say, which one goes to Granny Nightshade? Scan them.
It clicks as its little beak whirs.
You probably have to speak its name and tell it where you want it to go.
I write a letter, tie it to the painting. Swift, can you take this to Granny Nightshade, please?
He says, it's Glyph, but Swift's close enough. so that it hops down off the little bar and then hops onto your finger and allows you to tie the message to it. The painting is quite large, however, it seems to magically shrink down as you tie it to the small sparrow, and then it hops up, flaps its little clockwork wings, and flaps out through the open window.
Right, lads, time to go and get back to Will's, what you call it, his orc.
Okie dokie.
Indeed. So casting Shanks's pony, you get out quick sharp, and you head out of Loomlurch and arrive back in the land of Thither. Will meets you at the borders. He places his hands upon his hips, surrounded by a throng of children. Glorious! Our plan worked. We made those stupid clockwork soldiers look like idiots.
Aye.
So you stand in front of Will. All of the children that you've released are with him. And he says, we'll take them back to Little Oak. With Granny banished, we should be safe for a while.
Oh, well, I'll do a little tap dance tune then.
Dave, you have recovered your manners, remember.
All right.
You're not such an annoying little git now, I guess.
I love his little eye. Every time he does this, makes us laugh.
So, are you heading back to Little Oak?
Well, we need to get that copper, that little tin man bluffing.
The tin
give
man,
him
yes.
boggle oil.
He is at Little Oak.
And then we go head back to where the balloon is, I think. We might need a rest first, though, before we head back to the balloon.
Possibly. Right, so you can do it in a couple of hours to Loomlurch, and you arrive back at the living tree with all of the kids. The kids that have gone off and created a distraction are waiting for Will there. And there's a great party. The new children are invited into Little Oak, and with sweets and pop, crisps, little sandwiches with the crusts cut off.
Ooh.
And Squirt, the old can, sits in the corner.
I'll fill him up with boggle oil. I squeezed the boggle for you.
So you pop his lid open and pour in the boggle oil. And there's it's almost a cartoon like as he leaps to his feet and toddles round in a circle. I can move again. Well, an accord is an accord. I'm at your disposal to guide you whence you would like to go. Well, it says you're welcome to stay in Thither, because for grown-ups you're all right, kind of fun.
I'm not a grown-up. I'm only 7.
But do you wish to stay, or perhaps is it time to push on to Yon, no less?
Yeah, but don't know how to get Yon, do we?
Squirt says, I know the way to Yon through the mists. Sadly, we'd need a method of transport.
What sort?
Like a balloon? Hot air balloon?
A hot air balloon, that would be marvellous. Nobody's got a hot air balloon in Thither, though.
We are.
I disagree, old boy. I think I can know where I can find one.
Okay, excellent, he says. Well, lead on. And Will looks at Cat and says, you be good, Cat, okay? The cat rubs our little face against his chin, and he gives it scritches under the chin. Says, look after Cat. If you do get him back to her daddy, maybe then you come back and visit when he's all grew up.
Probably will.
And,
by all means, I shall make sure of it.
Squirt, I guess this is goodbye for now. Squirt says, yeah, but I will be coming back. And do you wish to take a rest, or do you want to head out?
I'd like to
We can
rest.
get rid of Sowpig because you didn't interact with it. Oh.
I would like a rest because I can get some spells back.
Very good. You take a nice long rest. There's a party, and is there another story?
Yeah, I tell them the story of how this hag ran away when faced by valiant foes.
And all the children laugh and giggle and clap as they slowly fall asleep.
I'm already asleep.
Yeah, Nutmeg is already asleep. You wake up the next morning. I advance the calendar. Nothing bad has happened. So you're guessing that sparrow has managed to reach
Awesome.
Slackjawed Lorna with the pin.
Who's that canny little spudger?
And then, as the crow flies, it's 13 miles. So it's going to be a few hours travel as you head back and arrive in the hills next to the balloon.
The balloon.
Clapperclaw's there. Clapperclaw points and goes, an old can. And the old can points his spout at him and goes, a scarecrow. Well, says the bullywug pilot with his little steampunk goggles and flying helmet. I take it you were successful.
You could say that, old boy. You could say that.
You've gone proper polite, you.
He has, hasn't he? Since he got his lost thing.
Posh and everything.
Dave and Andy, your curses are also being lifted, your minor curses.
Oh, fantastic.
So, whence do we fly? All aboard! All aboard!
Get on board.
Over yon, I say, pointing.
Yon, says Squirt. This way, this way. And he leaps aboard the balloon, standing precariously on the rail, little squirts of oil coming out of his spout with excitement as he points into the mists. The balloon rises and heads once more into the mist. It's tossed backwards and forwards. And as you travel through the clouds, suddenly there's a great bolt of lightning and then another. And it appears that you are travelling into a storm. The balloon flies hither and thither. There's lightning and storm clouds overhead. The rain begins to lash down. And onward cries Squirt. The lightning gets worse and worse. And then eventually you come to land. And it looks a lot like the causeway that you began in. And it lands very far at the end. Lightning lashes down. And your bullywug pilot says, I can't get any closer.
You just put us down.
We risk destroying the whole kit and caboodle if we
Just get us as close as you can, and then we'll fast rub off.
It narrowly dodges a lightning bolt. God blimey, he says, that nearly had us. It crashes down out of the sky, and he crashes the balloon down on the edge of a causeway.
I'll jump out and I'll help everybody else out.
You jump quickly out. Squirt and Papacourse here. We should probably stay with the balloon, but if you want to return to either thither or hither, we can guide you.
Okie doke, you stay here.
Hopefully,
We'll find you when we need you.
Hopefully, you can see
I think we should
party.
leave the cat with them, though.
Could be a good idea.
Yeah,
So you got to leave Star behind.
yeah. I'll give them his little mirror ball.
And what about your crocodile?
Oh no, my crocodile is coming with me.
Yeah, he might be tough, but with the right marinade.
It's true.
He just
Watch it,
needs some
Shayla.
sausages.
So hopefully you can see the map okay. Is that indeed correct?
Ish. Yes.
You
Yeah,
stand
that's better.
on a path, wending between rocky crags on a mountainside. The sky is dark and full of rolling thunderclouds. You're greeted by a howling wind. For a second, lightning splits the sky, striking nearby mountaintops and illuminating a distant pinnacle of rock that has a foreboding castle carved out of it.
Oh, we're going there.
That is the end of the path. It flashes, so you obviously can see a little further, so I will try open your vision. You're going there, are you?
Oh, that's where the baddies will be.
That's where the baddies is. Let's try 8. Let's try 9. Obviously, you can see further here because it says you could see the castle right there. So you can just see the castle very much to the north, hopefully. As it's like Hammer House of Horror. A great sheet of lightning comes down, illuminating the mountains for several miles around.
We got to find that cauldron's what we got to find, because Vilna's in it.
Why?
But you have several miles, 1, 2, 3, 4 miles to hike down the broken off causeway, and you can maybe just see on the map the very, very distant flash of green. It would be a different realm from up this great height. You can look down upon it. So you bid farewell to Star, the 2 guides, and the frog pilot. And did you remember anything that you needed to do here at all, perhaps?
Find the cauldron, use the unit on, and let Zabilna out.
Very good.
Yep.
That would be in the Palace of Heart's Desire.
That's the fella.
Well,
Well,
so
I
what
think
say
we
you?
should
You're
go
all
along the
rested,
bridge.
you're all fed.
They said across the bridge.
Can you move or not, Andy?
No, I can move the whole map, but not the token.
Can you now?
No.
Okay. So you head across the bridge.
Yeah.
Lightning striking occasionally at the side and scattering bits of boulder everywhere, scaring the willies out of her. You see at the very end of the bridge 2 figures standing on an outcrop of rock outlined against the stormy sky. One is a slender female elf wearing a crescent moon mask, and the other is a 3-foot-tall dandelion with a small rapier strapped to its stem. A honeybee the size of an orange buzzes around the dandelion's bright yellow head. The elf is the first to notice you as she points in your direction. The dandelion draws its rapier and assumes a defensive pose. The honeybee buzzes more loudly as it circles around the two of them. I say, stand there, fellows, and declare who you are.
It's a dangly lion.
Even better than that, I've got a picture, and you are going to love.
Oh, that
my
is
God.
superb.
Stand up, fellows, and identify yourselves.
All right, mate. My name's Nutmeg. We're goodies. Are you a baddie?
Nay, sir, nay, only a knave would say such a thing. I am Amador, and champion, and this
I've heard that name.
This is my beloved companion, Pollinella the honeybee.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
That is superb.
You stole an head.
I stole a head, sir.
Aladon, you stole an horn to freeze the Bilner.
That was not me, sir. You have me mistaken with someone else. No, you'd heard the name Amador. I can't remember who had told you.
Oh, Aladon, sorry.
Yeah, Amador apparently is the guide for Yon. He's conveniently at the end of the bridge.
I've heard of you. You're a guide.
It's true, sir. I travel here and there and yon. That's a bit of a dandelion joke, you understand.
Oh, of course.
Well, we're here to free Sabina from an evil enchanter. Yes.
That might be difficult. To do that, you'd need to get into the Palace of Heart's Desire.
Would you happen to know the way, do you, sir?
Sadly, I do. The only way to the Palace of Heart's Desire is in Motherhorn, and it indicates the castle in the direction that you'd seen. And just as that happens, there's like a crack of lightning, and the castle like flashes in and out of you. Yes, the only way is through Motherhorn, and that is the tallest peak. And Enderlin Moongrave is in charge of that place. Perhaps if I were to engage myself as a guide, you may, following the rules, help me and Gleam here, and indicates the elven lady who has not spoken yet.
What do you need to do?
Well, this is my love, of course, Pollinella, and he holds his hand up and the bee flies around his hand and he gently strokes her cheek. He's a flower and she's a bee, and perhaps the intricacies of this relationship are best left to the imagination. I'm somewhat on the run after rescuing darling Pollinella here. She's a queen bee from a cyclops beekeeper. And then we crossed paths with Gleam here. And after hearing her sorry tale, it's all that a gentleman could do would be to help the young lady.
Is that right?
Indeed it is. Enderlin Moonglaive snipped off Gleam's shadow here using a pair of magic scissors and has imprisoned her twin sister Glister. The rules of hospitality prevent the hag from harming Glister, but Gleam can see her sister's distress in her dreams. The twins work as an acrobatic duo, and they used to be star performers in the Witchlight Carnival, and Gleam wants to free her sister and find a way back to the carnival, perhaps.
Oh, we're heading back to the carnival after this, because I'm going to put my boot right up someone's jacksy there. Yeah, sure, why not? May as well. Add it to the list. Come on, let's go. Lead on, Flowerhead. Some gases need kicking this day.
Enderlin believes her own demise will occur during an eclipse, but because there's no moon in the sky over yon, one assumes the eclipse will be a symbolic display rather than a literal one. Since the Senellian twins are the living embodiment of the moon and the sun, the hag has decided to separate the sisters, releasing one while keeping the other as her guest.
All right, so it's the whole, there's been a prophecy, and I'm so scared of the prophecy, I'll get myself killed trying to make the prophecy not happen thing.
And
a number 74
Gleam finally whispers, she lowers her head and says, yes, that's true. I was in the castle for a little while.
Well, lead on.
Did you say that she's frightened of the moonlight or the sun?
She's frightened of an eclipse.
I could just move out.
Only happen. So you can see around you with, you can see quite some distance with this spyglass that you were fortunate that Ritwick had acquired. Gleam has said that she was actually in the castle for a little while. Where is it you wish to head?
We're looking for this cauldron where we think Savina's trapped.
She won't be there. She's not in the castle. She's not in the castle of Motherhorn. It's a building.
Where's the castle of Heart's Desire?
That's out of time. That's everywhere and nowhere. It's in the land of fairy tales.
Terrific.
The only way there would be in the castle, but the castle is built on the top of a mountain unless you've got experience in mountain climbing gear or some kind of magical way to get up there. Need to find another route.
Oh, we'll have to find one of them then.
Well, I know somebody's really good
It's
at climbing.
thousands of feet in the air, she says. And when she says that, you look a little bit pale, Nutmeg.
Does she know what those silver gold star thingies are?
Yes. Those are the lightning rods. Enderlin put them up.
What
The
for?
lightning, Amador says, yes, the lightning strikes them. And then every hour or so, there's a huge discharge that heads towards the castle at Motherhorn to the north. All of the lightning rods scattered throughout the kingdom discharge their great discharge, and they all of lightning heads in that direction.
So if we broke them and they didn't work, it might waken us somehow then.
Perhaps.
That sounds like an idea.
Gloom says, well, thing is, if you need to ask how to climb a mountain, then the mountains are home to clans of Corrids whose hair is the strength of iron. They gather and dance at Lockbury Henge. They would know all about the mountains. And if you were to head towards the lightning rods, I met an elf prince named Argolath up there who'd made a bargain with Enderlin, and now he's trapped in Yon. And he travels between the Fair Beacons looking for a way home. Anything else?
I think we should explore a bit, see if we can find a back door in the place.
Well, that'd be great. I really would love to get home. I'd like to take Hurley with us. I mean, I miss playing with Hurley.
Hurley? Do you know
yeah.
where he is?
Yeah, he got into a bargain with Enderlin, and he's forced to perform in her morbid theatre. I think he...
I love a good theatre show. We should go and audition. Isn't that right, guys?
Enderlin has built an amphitheatre at the bottom of her castle.
Well, we could just go up there and look.
You could. It was probably you can see that there's a winding path to the north that leads all the way to the castle. Passing one of those weird lightning rods.
Nobody has like a 20 gauge piece of cable on them, do they? Because I have an idea. Needs to be about a mile long.
Not something I normally carry.
Typical. Never prepared you.
Charming.
So, are you heading straight up towards the castle?
Think so.
So it's several hours walk up the long and winding road. And you see a large pool in the centre of Yon. And you come to the base of one of the lightning rods. It's a gigantic copper rod in the shape of a sun. It looks to be about 30 feet tall and topped with a 10-foot diameter symbol of a sun.
That's a fairy's wand, that is. I'd know them anywhere. My auntie had one.
And as you contemplate the large lightning rod, the large copper object, staggering into the clearing from the north, steps a large cyclops carrying a staff with a beekeeper's helm. And he runs into the centre and goes. Polynella hides behind Amador. Amador says, "No, it's him. It's Mudlump. You shall not take her, vagabond." Mudlump runs in and gesticulates wildly from the other side of the.
I'll look at him and go, "There's a bee in your hat. A big one. I can see it right there, next to your ear. No, your other ear."
He says this.
You not speak common or something?
He looks agitated and he looks like he may be waving his staff in a threatening manner against you.
Ask the daffodil bloke, does he know what he's saying?
I don't know, but he's not taking Polynella. It's not happening.
Don't worry, mate. We got this.
Yeah, there's no way he's going to take her. He'll have to go through me.
He steps forward and he gesticulates angrily at you in giant.
I'll moon him.
He goes, "Rrr," and he shakes the beehive, and there's a great droning noise as bees, a great host of bees, springs forth. And
I asked Polynella over my shoulder, "Can you control those bees if you're a queen?"
She says, Amador says, my beautiful lady says no. The giant has some kind of magical hold over her.
If we kill the giant, will the control be lost, or because we don't want to kill your family?
I would assume so. He's standing there in a fence's state, and he's going, I will not surrender Polynella to you, vagabond. Death first.
Rich,
Yes.
I would like to rage.
Oh, you would like to rage, would you?
I would
I'm
very much
sure you
like.
would
Can
like
we
to
have a
rage.
combat map, GM, please?
You can have a combat map. I am setting the combat map up. I guess we're not talking about this any longer.
I
yes,
like that.
this is how we
17
talk.
seconds.
Right. You're going to talk for what?
This is how we do our talking, Charge.
Mudlub says, okay, then let's roll some initiatives then, chaps. All PCs, select all NPCs. Requests are rolled. Oh, that's a perception check. Never mind. Close.
We'll have one of them and all.
Why not? You notice there is a large, angry giant who doesn't speak common. Is there any need to have 24 on your initiative roll? Any need at all? Right, so it's Dobbsy McShergar to go first. The giant is threateningly waving his staff and his beehive around, and he's running forward, apparently to attack. Apparently to attack, sir. Apparently to attack.
Oh, good. I'm going to... what's my movement speed? I am going to go... I will... it's not charge, sprint, whatever it is. Dash, that's it.
It's a normal move for 40 for it is a normal move.
I will dash round behind up there.
So you're doing a dash. Okay, as you sprint. As he dashes across the map. Is that your turn, sir?
It certainly is.
Right, Wild Beyond the Witchlight story and yawn. Because I need to have Amador's doobly-doos, don't I?
You want to grab him by the danglies? What?
How far away is that, distance-wise?
No, I needed to add the NPCs in so I can drag them onto the map for you. So they stand behind you. Amador, look at his cute little talking, and the bee as well.
All right.
Oh,
Right, sorry, what are you trying to measure the distance to the giant?
Oh, it's just about
50 feet.
Right, that's champion. Cast Moonbeam on his spot.
You cast Moonbeam on the giant.
Sorry, that was... I picked up the wrong dice. Wait a minute,
okay.
that was Fairy Fire. Wait a minute. It's a con save.
It's only at the start of his turn he takes damage, so you just pop your Moonbeam on.
Do I now do the con save?
Not until the start of his turn, no.
All right, sorry. Just ignore that then. Right. Sorry.
Okay.
Get a bit excited.
You are getting very excited.
And I think that's my go. Yeah, that'll be me.
Okay. Sheer luck.
Right, just working things out a bit. I'm going to have the cast Bless on the four of us, because Dobbsy's well out of range.
Right. Okay.
For some reason, it won't let us target Nutmeg.
I will do that for you. I'll try redropping Nutmeg on the map for you. 1 sec. In case he's broken. Because, it's not like Nutmeg to be broken at all, is it? There, try targeting him now.
I'm probably normal, me.
Right, I've got one of the Nutmegs targeted. What was the right one?
It's not according to this. Hang on. Let me do it for you. I'm having problems with people moving since the patch and targeting. Right, you have them all targeted now there, Sherlock. Have you got yourself targeted as well, or are you just casting it as a 3 people? Are you casting it on yourself as well?
Yeah, if you can target me as well.
There you go. You cast Bless. Hit that effect.
I'm trying to find the action thing. It's gone. Wait.
So, divine magic springs around your party. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Dorkily, Britwick.
Right, let's have a look. I think what we'll do here is we'll go... Hang on, there.
Right, so you run across the small rocky outcropping and jump behind some rocks.
Yep. Now I'll just check. I don't think I have. No, I don't. Right. That's about all I can do this turn. So I shall just hide myself behind that little rocky outcrop.
Right, so you duck down behind the rocky outcrop.
Do I like to roll anything?
Not really, unless you're trying to hide.
Well, I can roll a stealth if you want.
If you want to hide behind the rock, you can, yeah.
All right, then. We'll go.
Right, so next up we have Mudlump, who shakes. Tracy, do you want to do his save and his damage from the moonbeam?
Yeah.
He fails, so knock some damage out on the poor fella. You wound him. He goes, "Arr! Arr!" And shakes the beehive, and there's a great noise as a bunch of insects come flying out.
Nice.
And begin to fly towards Dobbsy. And that's all he can do, so he will move. He runs towards you. And the insects go on the same initiative, so they fly in a straight line at you, Dobbsy. And they arrive on top of you, and you're surrounded by biting and stinging bees. Well, just stinging, not biting. Let me have a go. You're targeted now. It's a hit, and you take a total of 10 damage as you slap and swat the little buggers.
Ow.
And now it is Pollinella, and she flies behind Amador. And then it's Nutmeg. You would like to rage, wouldn't you?
Yes, very much.
I love it when you rage.
I love it when I rage too.
Okay, you cast Silence 15-foot radius centered on you for 1d4 rounds.
Awesome. Charge.
So Elvana is silenced. Does that break concentration, though? That's the question.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, that's sad. So you charge forward, and he goes, "Rah, rah, rah, rah,"
I'll smash his head in.
and goes all silent. Go ahead.
Recklessly
smash his head in. Yeah, that's a hit on Sherlock Burrows. Wait. You're hitting Sherlock Burrows.
I did have him targeted.
You have Sherlock targeted. I don't know why.
Should I just do that damage again, or?
He's going to hit us again.
Yeah, you can hit it again. Right, so that's a 24, so that hit, and then you did 6 damage. So you can just drag and drop it onto him. There you go. You strike him in the shin. Oh, he doesn't say that because he's got Silence 15-foot radius on, hasn't he?
Yeah.
For 1d4 rounds, do you want to roll me a d4 roll? For one round.
I would like to headbutt him with my headbutter.
With your offhand headbutt. Yeah. You can't.
Why not?
Because you raged this turn and it's a bonus action.
Oh, yeah, okay. I'll look at him
You
funny.
really want to.
I'll rear back on my hooves, ready to lunge at him.
Dobbsy, you're surrounded by a swarm of bees. Bees!
What's happened there? Ignore that.
You've ran 500 miles, and I will walk 500 miles.
Right. Question, and I'm not looking for a technicality here, but if these buggers are going to follow me, yeah?
Yeah.
Even if I move first, if I move like this,
yeah,
so they'll follow us and then go down south.
Going downtown, yeah.
They'll try and follow me. They'll cut down straight through that moonbeam. Theoretically, yeah?
Yeah, they probably will.
Right, okay then. Then I will move like that. I'll move like Jagger, and I will stop at that point there. So they'll follow me, go through the moonbeam, and hopefully die.
Right, well, they're going to get a reactionary attack on you.
I'll use me thingy skill.
Oh, you're...
well, the missed us anyway.
Your fancy footwork, you have to attack them to fancy footwork.
Right, okay. Then, the missed
They missed anyway. Well, they don't miss. They're just crawling all over as you go, and run away. Right, that is the Dobster. Next up is Gleam. She casts a Moonray. Ooh, seems quite a fun thing to cast. Range 60, however, I don't think she's in range. Oh no, she is. Awesome. So she casts Moonray upon it. It hits. It burns him with the light of the moon, and he fails. And don't think this has got the what to call it for him. No, it doesn't. So yeah, she burns him with a moon ray. That's kind of weird. And then we are Amador, who's holding position. Elvanlot, we're back to you.
Right. Let's see. That's a bonus action, isn't it? I'm gonna put healing spirit up.
Mm-hmm. That's concentration. Your moonbeam will drop.
Oh shit! Will it? All right. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't think. I will cast guidance on Nutmeg.
That's also concentration, I believe.
Is it?
Yeah, because it lasts for more than 1 minute. I think. Just check.
Oh, it is. Yeah. Oh, bugger. I'm not used to playing these.
Also, guidance is really for skills and stuff. It's not for like combat.
All right. Okay. Oh. Is Dobbsy injured very much?
Not a lot, a little bit. He's got a few stings that have come up as ugly red welts.
Okay. I'm going to change it. I can change it into a wolf and still keep my concentration up on Moonbeam, can't I? Because I keep my faculties. Yes, I'm going to change it into a wolf and I'm going to move towards the Cyclops.
Okay, please hit that combat wild shape. Yeah, girl. That's a badass looking wolf.
Do I get a bite?
You do.
Okie doke. A melee target, right? Okay.
You can't move your moonbeam though because you've used your bonus action to bite it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Your pack tactics kicks in and you get advantage, so you hit. You snap at his ankles.
Bastard.
Shelock.
Commanding them bees to hurt my people.
I'll attack it with my light crossbow, I believe.
A crossbow made of light, you say? You hit. You guys are getting too good at hitting. Look at that. He only rolled a 6. You shoot him, so he's bitten. He's bonked, and he's now got a crossbow bolt sticking in him, and he goes, "Arr!" Is that your turn? Are we doing anything else?
Be funny if we find out he's been asking us, do you want to buy a copy of the Watchtower?
Sadly, if only somebody could speak the giant. Is that your turn, Shelock?
Yes.
Britwick.
Right, you bastard.
So you're up above.
Yeah, and I'm going to come back down again.
It's 10-foot height difference, so you can leap down that with your rabbity leapiness.
Right, I'll do that then. Right, and I'm going to attempt to attack him with my quarterstaff first, or not.
Or not? I thought you'd get your luck back there, Britwick.
So did I. And my second attack twice. No, right, well, hang on. Not a point. Not a problem. Wait a minute. Well, do that. I don't know why. That doesn't matter. Right, hang on. I shall use a point of K to do the flurry of blows things, which means I get 2 unarmed attacks as a bonus action, which is quite nice.
I'd really like to think that's a double ear slap.
Pretty much.
The double ear slap hits.
And let's say, can I do it again? I jolly well can, you know.
Oh.
And then on...
You dance away.
I dance away. Like someone out of Roxy Music. Thank you, I'm glad you got that one.
How am I injured?
Because if you remember, Nutmeg attacked you with the bonker and I did not take that off you. Right, so in a straight line, they fly towards you, but they don't take damage this turn. Mudlump swings his great club around, and he'll make 1 attack against the wolf and 1 attack against the insane fairy in the unicorn paper mache helmet. So he swings at you, Elvanalor, and he hits. He does 12 points of bludgeoning damage, and then he continues the swing on a Nutmeg, who hits and does 21 points of damage, but Nutmeg takes it like a champ. And he goes, Polynella is not doing anything. Nutmeg, we're back to you.
You bastard! Smashes it in recklessly.
I like it when you're reckless because I get advantage to attack you.
I know you do.
It's a crit, oh dear me. You bonk him with the bonker, he looks heavily injured. And you bonk him with the bonker again, and then you're doing the headbutt.
Yeah. Come on, you bastard!
For 3 more damage. He goes in with the heat. Yeah, he looks heavily injured.
Me harder than that.
And he's sort of holding his hands up in front of him, going,
You only need 1 kneecap.
Yeah, he holds his hands up in front of him, as if to just say, "Don't hit me, Dobbsy."
Ooh. Well, if he's doing that, I don't know. He did attack us first, though, didn't he? So
you think so?
But nobody speaks giant.
No. He was certainly waving his stick around in a threatening manner and gesticulating wildly and then speaking a little bit slower and a little bit louder to make you understand.
Right. Can I, as I've got these climbing slippers thing on, can I basically charge down, run up the giant and smack him around the side of the head to try and knock him out?
You can declare you're doing non-lethal damage.
Right. I will charge up him and do non-lethal damage.
I think sneak attack still counts for that, because, blackjack and all that. Yeah, you hit. You do 12 points of non-lethal damage. As you wrap him on the top of the head with with the pommel of your dagger, he goes, "Aah!"
And then I'll offhand him for non-lethal damage.
All right.
Again, you hit the giant with the other hand and do 7 more points of non-lethal damage. Gleam is looking confused, so she's going to stand back, and Amador is protecting Pollyanna. It is your turn, Tracy.
Another bite.
You bite him.
Non-lethally, of course.
You can't non-lethally bite someone, sadly.
I'm going
It's got
for
to be
it.
a melee weapon attack. So you bite him as he's sort of raising his hands now and trying to fend you off. And blood flies. He looks quite badly damaged now. Is that your turn?
Yep.
Yeah, Shay, look.
Shall I use one of my blunt quarrels to hit him with the non-lethally?
No, you can't do that. You haven't got any blunt quarrels. You've just got the pointy ones.
All right, I shall forego attack and I'll just move a bit closer.
Yeah, I'll remember to take the damage off you when you got hit by the bonker. I mean, you could probably reach melee range if you wanted to attack non-lethally.
I'll go melee range and then attack him non-lethally then.
So you're stepping up to the plate.
Yeah, and I'll try and hit him with the guard on my rapier.
Yeah, you non-lethally hit him in the ankle, and he hops up and down. Oh! It's a hit, doing 5 points of damage. He grabs at his ankle and hops up and down, howling in pain. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Britwick, the dancing rabbit.
The dancing rabbit is going to dance back in, and he's going to clock him with me quarterstaff again.
Yeah, you spin it around your head. This time it's a hit. Right, you smash him with the quarterstaff.
Yep.
And he slowly falls forward onto his knee and then crashes to the ground in front of you. Dobbsy leaps off the top where he was stuck to his back. And Muddle is no more. Well done, says Amador. Well done indeed, says.
We've done this before, you know.
It certainly looks like it. And that business complete. He has upon his person a large stick, a cyclops-sized beekeeper's hat.
Oh!
And 2 trinkets.
Is he unconscious or dead?
No, he's dead because Andy didn't go for the old.
Oops, sorry.
He just ran up and smashed his head in. So
sorry.
He has a couple of trinkets upon his person. One is an orange piece of parchment folded to look like a knight astride a unicorn. And another is a tiny dream catcher. Those are in the party sheet. With the demise of the giant beehive he carries, the bees buzz lazily around.
Could I take the dream catcher? Because it seems very naturey.
Of course you can.
And can I change back?
I will make you.
Thank you.
I will make you the active person.
Thank you.
So you can change back.
So I need to see how wounded everybody is as well.
There you go.
And pop!
There's a
Is
pop.
it by magic?
As if by magic, Elvanlor appeared with the Mr. Ben theme tune playing in the background. So you grab a couple of the trinkets and only Dobbsy and Nutmeg seem hurt. Your wounds are healed when you change back out of animal form.
Right. I will.
The swarm of insects is no longer hostile. It just buzzes lazily around the big hive.
How badly injured are they? Let's have a little look.
10 points, I think I took.
All right. I'll throw a cure light wounds on each of them.
Cheers.
I can't target them though.
You can't
Can I just
target them. Mm-mm.
That's Dobbsy's. Plus my wisdom modifier, which is.
Hold on a sec, because you just hailed Mudlump. I'll just delete him. Let me just
plus 4
target fire.
All right, sorry. Thank you. Okay.
Because it's closed all of your effects because you were... So Dobsy and Nutmeg.
Dobsy. There's Dobsy's.
There you go. So, that's healed both of them.
All right.
So you have a heal,
Yes.
and they're both back to full health. You've just had to expend 2 spell slots.
Yep, not a problem.
Everybody feels much better.
And Moonbeam was a level 2.
A level 2.
There we go.
So, do you do anything to the lightning rod, which crackles, bursts into life, and sends a lightning bolt off towards that castle in the distance to the north?
Not sure what to do with it, to be honest.
Well, mess with the lightning rod or head north up the path to the castle.
Up the castle.
Yeah, castle.
Right, so you're following the path that this lightning bolt had taken. You traverse the windy passage for several miles. It's about 1 o'clock now. It would be 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And as you approach the castle Motherhorn, looming above you is an ominous grey citadel hewn out of the mountaintop. The winding path leading to it is precipitous. Wind swirls around its towers and ravens cluster and caw in its granite nooks. A crooked finger of lightning strikes a metal rod protruding from the topmost spire, and the sound of applause drifts over the citadel's battlements. The mountain path ends at a spiral staircase that climbs 60 feet to a balcony made of withered grey stone. A large balloon made of bulging rain clouds is tethered to a much higher stone balcony that is well beyond reach. The balloon has a merchant stall instead of an ordinary basket hanging from it. And that is the site of the great castle of Motherhorn before you. And I think we should stop there for tonight. Have an early finish. So I can
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah.
That sounds like a good point to leave it.
Terrible.
Yeah, it sounds like a nice cliffhangery ending. No pun intended.